Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti and today I am here with a project technique type tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I join my squares in the middle sections to the rest of my work in a join as you go corner to corner project. So if you remember a couple weeks ago I did a whole tutorial on the join as you go method for corner to corner crochet, and I said that I'd come back in the future and do a tutorial on basically how I get this square to attach to this square, and it's a little fiddly, but it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. So I'm almost at that point where I need to be connecting squares, so I'm just gonna go ahead and complete the last little square that I need before I get to joining it to the rest of the project. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that part, and then I'll meet you guys back when I am ready to join. Alright, so I'm at this little point here where I am up against the next square from the previous color that I used. So right now I have slip stitched right here into this corner as though to move on, and because I'm up against this other square, you might assume that it's going to be a little weird trying to figure out how you're going to join the squares, and you're right. But what I want to look at here is this chaining from one of the other blocks. And I'm just going to insert my needle on my hook, and I'm going to slip stitch into the bottom of that stitch, and it's going to give me this nice straight line. Okay, and I'm just going to slip stitch along the bottom edge of this square, and I have 3, so it looks like this. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my work and I am just going to yarn over and double crochet into this bar that I previously made. I'm going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, and then I'm going to slip stitch into that other square. That's going to take me back up my project. Now here is where I would say sometimes you can do 4 double crochets, because sometimes it can have this weird gapping, and that's not really that pleasant to look at in your project. So I'm going to actually add another double crochet in there. And now I'm going to work back up my little mountain here. Alright, so here comes the fun part, right? So depending on how you join your squares, you either encountered this problem from the gate and you didn't have to do what I just did, or you know, in this instance you are just now coming up to this problem. So what I have done here, I've come back together, I've come back to the edge rather of this other square that I did in the other color and the one that I just created, and I want them to join together. But clearly right now I'm here at a corner and they're split apart. So what I do, it's going to look a little weird, but what I do with this is I go ahead and take my hook and I insert it into this very first stitch, or the last stitch that I created in this color I'm working with, and I just insert that there, and then I insert it into the bottom of this double crochet from the other square, and I just slip stitch them together just like that. And I do that up the entire side of this little brick until this square that I just made is completely joined to the other one. So insert my hook into that, and because these aren't actually stitches over here, like I'm going through the double crochets, I'm not going into any specific stitch, I'm just trying to line it up so that I can pull through my yarn, and essentially we're seaming this together. which is great. Alright. And this just lines up right here basically where I would join a regular corner to corner block, which is perfect for me. Now if it looks a little weird to you, you can also go into the top of this chain 3 and just actually slip stitch it into place. It doesn't really matter. But that is how I create that join right there. And so I would continue up my block, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when I have completed this corner to corner patch here. Alright guys, so this is what my join looks like here. As you can see, I created a nice neat little edge here, and as well as with my other squares. So, you know, as I continue doing this project, this is basically the process that I'm going to go through with joining these squares. Now, alternatively, if you're just doing strips, you could just sew it together or slip stitch it together that way. However, like I said in the last video, I'm building this in a way that makes it look like corner to corner within corner to corner. I don't know why I started this project this way, but I figured I'd share. I hope today's video was helpful for you guys. If so, don't forget to leave this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. It helps other crafties to see my content. If you want to support the content, you can head over to my blog, sign up for the newsletter. You can check out my pattern shop. I am always putting out new designs and patterns and things like that. You can also check out my handmade shop because I do have quite a bit of stuff already made up and ready to go if that's your deal. You can also check me out on social media. I am on pretty much everything except for Snapchat and TikTok, so I have a little something out there for everybody. I'm most active on Instagram. I also post to Facebook, Pinterest, Telegram, etc. But I will be leaving those names at the end of this video and also linked in the description box below. And until next time guys, happy making.